Hello and welcome back to Classics with a Quirk, where we talk about contemporary and luxury designer items and brands with a touch of silliness. If this is the kind of content that you find interesting, please do like this video and subscribe for more of it. Thank you, and today we will be rehabbing this vintage Coach bag from 1995. This is a Coach Willis bag in the color mahogany, and as you can see, it needs a little bit of TLC. It's a little bit of squished and sad, the corners are experiencing some rubbing, and there's a little bit of fading and color loss. We're going to clean it up, get it reshaped, give it some much needed hydration, and overall bring some new life back into this bag. I'm very excited to let you know that this portion of the video is sponsored by buyee. Buyee is an online platform that allows you to purchase items from Japan through their third party. There are a lot of amazing contemporary and luxury pre-loved deals to be found on buyee. If you use my sign-up link in the description box below, you can get 10% off your first purchase good through September of 2023. I previously made a video on how to best utilize buyee, which I'll link up above for you and in the description box down below. I am a longtime client of buyee, and I really appreciate them sponsoring this portion of the video. Before we clean the outside of the bag, first I want to clean the inside of the bag. To do this, all I'm going to need is some packing tape wrapped around my hand. I'm going to use the packing tape to pick up any debris that is on the inside of the bag that will stick to it. Once I feel as though I've cleaned out the debris from the inside of the bag, it's time for the next step, the dunking. Dunking is basically just a term that we use for giving all leather Coach bags a bath. All we need is a little bit of soap and some room temperature or lukewarm water. Not hot water, not cold water, lukewarm or room temperature. You can use pretty much any kind of liquid soap that you want. A lot of people recommend Dawn because it is quite gentle. If you want to get rid of additional odor, you can also add a cup of white vinegar to the mix. Give your Coach bag a good wash both inside, outside, and in all the pockets, and then let it soak for about 15 minutes before rinsing it out with more lukewarm water. Now that the bag is clean, the next step is to try to regain some of its old structural integrity. I'm using these towels to pat out the inside of the bag and then shaping the leather with my hands. As the bag dries, the leather will retighten and reshape somewhat, and this should allow the bag to be able to stand up on its own at the end of all of this. The next part of this process is simply a waiting game, as you're going to have to wait at least 24 hours as the bag dries before you can go on to the next step, which is conditioning. I would suggest for the most part leaving the bag alone for this, maybe occasionally flipping it onto its back or onto its side every several hours to allow airflow to best help it dry, but for the most part just leaving it alone. Once the bag has dried for a day, the leather should still be damp, which is what you want for this next part. We're now going to hydrate the bag or use leather conditioner to completely cover the bag and the strap. Using leather conditioner while the leather is still damp is going to allow the conditioner to really hydrate the bag and soak into the leather, which is what we want. I'm not going to be buffing the bag at this point. I'm just going to be applying liberal uses of leather conditioner and then leaving the bag alone to continue the drying process. I use Leather CPR, which is my leather conditioner of choice for Coach bags. Take care as you're conditioning to make sure that you cover all of the inside pockets and lining as well, but avoid the suede parts. The suede is the underside of the leather and is the part that is not smooth. You do not want to get the leather conditioner on the suede if you can help it, because that will ruin the grain of the suede. So condition all the smooth parts, but leave the suede alone. Once the bag is fully conditioned and covered in as much leather conditioner as you can get it, then leave the bag alone to dry for another 24 hours. At this point, the bag should also have enough structural integrity that it can dry without the towels inside of it. You want that to be the case because you don't want the towels to impede the airflow. So take the towels out, let the bag stand up, and finish the rest of the drying process that way. We're now in the home stretch, and what you need to take away from this, if nothing else, is hydration, hydration, hydration. You're going to want to rehydrate the bag again after it's dried some more. Once again, we're going to use ample amounts of leather conditioner, and we're going to completely cover the bag, all surfaces, including the inside and the strap and hang tag, of course. Don't forget those things. Once the bag and strap is completely coated in the leather conditioner, now it's time to buff it. We're going to take a clean, preferably white cloth and stroke it along the bag, buffing out the leather conditioner. And we're probably going to do this a number of times. If the bag continues to look dry and thirsty after the first coat of leather conditioner, then go in for a second, possibly even a third or a fourth. Don't be stingy with it. Use as much as you think you need. You can always add more. And there you have it. Not bad for a few days' work. The color is so much richer now, and the scratches are all but gone. The corners don't look nearly as rough, and the bag now has structure and can stand up on its own. This bag has so much more life left in it, and doing this rehab project will allow it to live out that life. Before I go, I wanted to just give you a quick demonstration of what this particular bag looks like on. Again, this is the Willis bag, the vintage style, and this bag is from 1995. I'm 5'7" for reference, and it lays at a comfortable length crossbody and also can be carried handheld. Thank you so much for coming on this rehab journey with me, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Bye!